as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Blasting and laughing so long that even your mama thinks that my dick is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta lope. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees day and night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can live a normal life. I was raised by the streets, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. I got my tan in my hand and the gleam in my eye. I'm a locked out gangster set dripping back, and my homies agree. It's my anger, fool. Death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life till I die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most our lives living in gangster paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in gangster paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in gangster paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in gangster paradise. Power in the money, money in the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't know what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can understand, fucking how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they frontin'. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. You've been spending most our life living in gangster paradise. We've been spending most our life living in the gangster paradise. We keep spending most our life living in gangster paradise. We keep spending most our life living in gangster paradise. Why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? It's the AEW Dynamite review on a Wednesday night. Chris Jericho absolutely KO's Ring of Honor. The Judas effect straight to the head of an announcer. And plus, Tony Schiavone's earring is making a more sexy minute by the minute in Ring of Honor, no doubt about it. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button and stick the thumb directly up my sphincter, because I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to go full fucking crazy. So ladies and gentlemen, let's all keep living in a scissor me daddy paradise tonight. Let me see those scissors in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, the hurricane is bearing down on Florida right now. It's Wednesday night Dynamite. And tonight, I think it was Ring of Honor.
Rip Coolio. Aubrey's faces were making me mad. What you think of Juice Robinson? Mox bleeding again. TK using Hangman as a top guy gonna make Punk mad.
Yeah, it seems like Tony Khan has made himself a decision. By the way, why is Hangman Page coming down to the ring in a tight pink shirt that says Dolly Parton on him? What is he doing? Does anybody know what he's doing? I don't know what he's doing. Just a crazy... It's like the show was so weird tonight that it's like... Part of me, like, you know, I like the show in a way. But good Lord, this show was weird tonight. And the Bandito match was kind of crazy. Let's be honest, it was so crazy, it was kind of... I think it was good. You know, which we all, you know, a lot of people thought that. Because Bandito's nuts, you know, Bandito is kind of delivers, you know. So, what are you gonna do? My voice has been hurting me all week, but we'll figure it out. Joe, you still have Writer's Paradise? Yes, I do. Writer's Paradise, the WWE parody song of this that I did. I'm glad you remember that. Rest in peace to Coolio. You know, one thing I can say about Coolio, at least I can say from my observations of Coolio. One of the observations I can make about Coolio over the years is he really became a very humble person, I feel like. And I don't know 100% because I don't really know the guy, but it seems like Coolio became a much more humble person towards the end. Last 15 years especially. Like, the guy was very, like very very apologetic for anything he'd ever done that was wrong. He was very down to earth, it seemed like, with people. He would take time to have a good time with fans or people or anybody, especially anybody who ever recognized his music and stuff. And, you know, that's just a small observation from far away, just observing interviews, observing his messages, observing his performances, things like that. So just observing Coolio, you know, I don't know that much about him personally, really, but I just seem to be something that I observed, that he became a very, very down-to-earth, humble guy. At least it seemed like that. Maybe I don't know, but it felt that way. So I can't, you know, he sucks, man. So rest in peace to Coolio on this night where the hurricane is just insane right now. I got plenty of videos of that, but, you know, it looks like they're going to try to relaunch the Private Party with Matt Hardy. I mean, like, that rhymed. I didn't even mean it. They're going to try to relaunch the Private Party with Matt Hardy. That was a mistake, I think, if they're really doing that. I think that's just ridiculous. Launch them as a tag team. Relaunch them as a tag team. Get them back to just being a good tag team. You don't need to have Matt Hardy be like, let's try again. No. He's the reason why they're not cool. Like, I don't, like, what? Why does this company not understand this? Unless the plan is for Hardy to turn on them, Jeff to come back, and then he's a scumbag or something, why are you doing this? Do you not understand that Matt Hardy is what makes Private Party not fun? Matt Hardy is what makes it not good. Matt Hardy is not good right now. Matt Hardy needs to be broken Matt Hardy or just do something else. I don't know what he needs to do. I would make him broken because you guys know how much I love that. But good Christ, why are you still having this lame guy follow around Private Party? This lame white guy following around Private Party. I'm sorry. This is stop it. Do not do this. Let them be Private Party. Let them be exciting and cool by themselves. Man, when they started, they were the top guys. And then it seemed like the guys in WWE were copying them or whatever it was. Remember, whatever their name, Street Profits. Well, now the Street Profits are rolling, and Private Party is falling off. And it started when Matt Hardy started being their manager. And now, he's going to be their manager again? What, to make them suck again? Jesus Christ. Keep Matt Hardy away from them. I love Matt Hardy as broken Matt Hardy, and I like Matt Hardy, obviously, but, man, he has been death over the last year. The last good thing I saw Matt Hardy do was that segment with Adam Page where he pretended to sign the contract because he was drunk or whatever that was. I thought that was kind of interesting. Street Profits were around first. Were they? I thought they were still on the I thought the Private Party was on the indie scene, but okay, I take your word for it because I don't know. Good Lord. Keep Matt Hardy away from these guys. It's what killed them in the first place. How do they not understand this? I don't know how they don't understand this. Paige here, did you miss me? What is it that I said I did not want if Paige were to come back? Yeah, I said I don't want a rah-rah, the locker room type of thing.
I don't want a rah-rah, I'm going to make the division better. No. We're still doing it. So we're still doing it? We're still doing it, huh? After all my ranting, after all my rants, after all my complaints, after all the things I've said, we're still doing it? AEW, we're still doing the division. As if the division is more important than the AEW women's title. No! All that matters is the title! Give me the microphone.
All that matters is the title. That's all that matters is the friggin' title. That's all that matters is the title. That's what matters. I don't give a damn, Paige, about your stupid division in the women's division. I don't give a damn about the divisions and you're the locker room, this, that, and the other thing. This is the women's championship, and I hold it. Nothing else matters. Shut your mouth and go backstage, please. Very good. Tony Khan paid you to stare at you in the back. Go in the back and let him look at you. I'm the champ. This company right now is pissing me off. Like, it's really pissing me off. So now we've gone, so Paige is useless. Paige is useless. Why don't you go come on the Divas title? Paige is useless. I'm back, which was annoying the first time she did it in WWE, and now it's annoying tonight when she does it in AEW. And I was actually a little excited for Paige, but I wasn't because of how they... See, I'd be excited for Paige, but I knew this was going to be how they book it. It's just a waste of time. A rah-rah cheerleader, what, because they feel the division is weak? The division is weak because the women can't cut promos, and the women can't put together good matches back-to-back. So what the fuck is a rah-rah cheerleader person supposed to do to make it better? Nothing. There is nothing that Paige is going to do to make this better. She even came out tonight and said, I don't even know what to say. I haven't been doing this in a while. My God. So once again, the women's division, all it is about saying women's division. They are completely obsessed, and they are, insecure. The AEW women's division is insecure because it constantly says women's division, locker room, this division, I'm here to legitimize this division, this group of girls, or whatever. No, stop saying that. Why are you treating them like they're different? Why don't people talk about the men's division? I'm here to make this division better. No one says that. Nobody says that. You notice that? Most men don't come out there and say, I'm here to make the men's division better. No one says that because that's fucking stupid and lame and dumb. And my God, it's a turkey!
Audio Jungle.
It's the Soundwave 92!
Turkeys ate us. What if they belayed us? If the turkeys ate us.
Rest in peace, Coolio!
If they had to eat us. What if the turkeys ate us? Instead of mashed potatoes. What if the turkeys ate us? Instead of mashed potatoes. Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, those turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. And first they'd eat our nuts, and then they might eat our butts. Yeah, the turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us?
Did you see that? The British Army showed up to hold up their flags. The friggin' British Army tonight.
Instead the turkeys ate us. Thanksgiving's getting kind of fucking crazy because people's blood might be the gravy. The turkeys might gobble on our giblets. Instead they might gobble on the testicles.
Rip Coolio, we keep losing the good ones, man. Guy wrote theme to the Keenan and Kel show. Tonight was mid as fuck, and they still are pushing the ROH shit with Bandito having to carry Jericho's old ass. Philly crowd really wasn't feeling this show. 6/10.
6 out of 10 for the Soundwave 92. He's a big fan of AEW. But he gives it a 6 out of 10. That's rough, man. That's rough, man. That's some rough shit, bro. Listen, was I watching Ring of Honor tonight? Or was this AEW or Ring of Honor? Or why is the Ring of Honor title being featured all the time in title matches? This company is so fucking stupid right now. Now, I want to say that I was entertained tonight. Fairly entertained. I think I would give tonight a 6 out of 10 as well. I was fairly entertained. Maybe 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, I don't know. But I was entertained in a way that's like this company, like WCW, like, why is the Ring of Honor title? Why in your opening segment is the main story Jericho holding the Ring of Honor title, yelling at another guy that he donated for in the hospital to get fixed, who is the other Ring of Honor technical champion something? Why are we opening up the show with two guys fighting who have titles that aren't from your company? Like, so two guys who aren't even from your company are champions, and they're arguing about their championships and whatever on your show? Bro, this isn't Ring of Honor. I don't know how to tell you this. Like, I don't think I could put enough AIDS into your ass for you to be HIV positive enough to understand that this is AEW Dynamite, not Ring of Honor Dynamite. Why not just rename the company? Why not just make it Ring of Honor? Ring of Honor Dynamite and Ring of Honor Rampage, and get rid of the Elite. Is that what we're doing here? Is the Elite going to leave and they're going to sue you over the name or something like that? And so we're just rebranding? Is that what this is? I'm fucking confused. I don't give a fuck if Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor. Tony Khan owns the fucking Jaguars, right? Do you see the fucking Jaguars coming out to have their games on Dynamite? Do you see a Jaguars fucking championship that gets defended? Do you see a football game being played during I'm sorry, see, I thought it was Ring of Honor. During AEW Dynamite? No. So, KANE Man, you should probably shut the fuck up in the chat. Okay? All Honor Wrestling. Abby, that's a good idea. Seriously, so I just want to say, what are you doing? And this isn't just because there's a hurricane right now, by the way. If this had been because of the hurricane, I would have said, all right, this was all booked in advance. And on top of that, they've been doing it for weeks after weeks after weeks after weeks. Okay? What the fuck are you doing? This is not Ring of Honor. What are you doing? Do you know how confused people are right now? The casuals and the retarded people especially. And you've got a lot of retarded fans. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. You have retarded fans watching. And a lot of them. You have mongoloids, retards, special needs, autistic, blind, people that were hitting the head with a hammer at work. And then you have other casuals that just watch. And yeah, then you've got your 300,000 hardcores who know what's going on. They know all the little fancy moves. You know, they know the left finger dildo punch. They know the cornhole circus surprise 7. They know all the crazy moves. They know the cheese drop in 8 or 7, and the 700 deadly dildos, and the sushi Makanova maneuver. They know the Purple Rain cocksucker 5000. They know all the avalanche berserker bomb. They know everything. By the way, if you're gonna start the show with the fucking pizza guy, You know what? If I'm booking this, do you know what I say if I'm Tony Khan? Let's have the pizza guy just flip the pizza, but no one ever makes a reference to him. Do you know how funny that would have been? Do you understand how funny it would have been if the fucking mongoloid smelly pizza guy was flipping the pizza in the background and looking around and flipping the pizza and no one ever mentioned him? Nobody said his name. Nobody mentioned him at all. That would have been hilarious. Why is he there? I don't know. It would have been funny. Because when we're doing our review, we would have been like, this has happened, that's happened. Meanwhile, the fucking pizza guy is there. We don't even, like, why was he there? And he's like fucking in the background flipping the pizza. For what reason? Now, there was pizza there. So it made too much sense. It made too much sense. Don't have the pizza. Don't have any mention of the guy. Have a celebration with wine. And for no reason, the pizza guy's out there flipping a pizza. That would have been fucking hilarious. Why is the pizza guy out there? I don't know, but that's why it's funny. Granted, I know that's something that some people would argue, well, that's stupid, Joe. And probably Jim Cornette would hate that or something. But I'm saying, hey, listen, you brought the pizza guy out, and then you gave him all this attention. I mean, he got knocked out again, I guess. That was something. But I just think from a comedy standpoint, for whatever reason, if there had been no mention of him, but he was there, it just, I don't know, it would have tore me up. I would have been dying, laughing at the idea that, is no one going to mention that the pizza guy's here? Why is he here? And the funny thing, too, would be is if he showed up in other segments for no reason. Like, not tonight, but like every week he's in like a segment, and there's no real reason for him to be there. I don't know why. Call me a psycho. But 15 minutes of this celebration thing goes on, and I actually was fairly entertained by it. I got to be honest. 20 minutes, or finally the match starts around the 17-minute mark. A match happens, and whatever else. But I would have had Pizza Guy not do anything. The Wheel of Yuta stuff with MJF was predictable. I knew he was going to go, I'm going to go up in the press box. And you knew he was going to get attacked up in the press box. Everybody saw that coming. Yeah, and he laid on the ground for 10 minutes after he got slapped in the face. That was kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. Gun Club came out, MJF and Yuta, and he goes, I'm going to go in the box. Then Moxley came out and wrestled whatever that guy's name was. He looked like one of the guys from New Japan Wrestling. Like Jackhammer. See, might as well have been called Jackhammer. I don't even remember his name. He came out and wrestled Jackhammer. The Soundwave 92. Thank you for $29.99, Soundwave 92. Or $29. The $29 turkey donation. Thank you, Soundwave.
Shit bum.
Private Party's peak was U's second episode Bucks match in Boston, I'm pretty sure. They really fell off. Deeb vs. Storm should have main evented 6/10.
Yeah, I remember that night I was there, and I remember seeing them out front. You know, on my vlog from that night, I was waving at them, and they seemed like they were going to be this big thing, and I think they had the first year run was all right in AEW for Private Party, but they just started to decline, and then when they brought Matt Hardy in, it was death. I know that there was a hurricane, so some people probably weren't there. It wasn't mandatory to be there. Why is AEW trying to be Ring of Honor? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I don't care if he owns the company. I don't care if he owns dildos.com. I don't want to see dildos on the show. I don't care if he owns pizzeria.com. I don't care if Tony Khan buys ECW. I don't care what he does. I don't want to see these belts on Dynamite. Stop it. Bandito did kind of have to take care of Jericho in this match, but it was fairly entertaining. I think the Moxley match with whatever that other guy's name is, I don't know, was pretty good. And then Jericho's match with Bandito was fun, man. I actually had fun with the match. Then MJF gets attacked, but it really didn't, nothing. I thought it would be more exciting. I thought he would go through a window or, there would be a bigger brawl or something like that. I did not expect it to just be he gets jumped from behind and thrown into the stands a little bit, and it was over. And I was like, oh yeah, Juice Robinson. Why is that guy's name Juice Robinson? Is that the guy that faced Moxley, Juice Robinson? What about him says Juice Robinson? Can somebody tell me why this fucking white guy who looks like a biker is called Juice Robinson? I mean, dude, I thought it was a black guy. Who the fuck is Juice Robinson? Like, dude, I was not expecting a bearded guy with a small head. I did not expect a bearded white guy with a small head. Just did not expect him to be called Juice Robinson. I don't know. Call me crazy. But I did enjoy AEW though tonight. Don't let my crapping on some things here get in the way. By the way, then Adam Hangman Page came out wearing a pink t-shirt that said Dolly Parton. Like, dude, is Adam Page the biggest loser there ever has been? Oh my God, stay 60 feet away from me. Are you serious? Ugh. Are you sure his name isn't Jew Robinson? I'm sorry. Soundwave 92. He's funding the show tonight.
National Scissoring Day is next week, and I can only hope that Tony Khan lets the Acclaimed hold the tag belts for the rest of the year.
Let's go.
Soraya and Britt Baker's segment was a fucking cringe fest, and the Philly crowd chanting Jamie Hayter made it rough.
Let me tell you something. Soundwave 92, thank you for the $9.99. I love Scissor Me. My favorite thing of the night was when I saw Daddy Ass scissor him. Scissor me, Daddy Ass! Dude, I want to scissor everybody. I love it. Let me tell you something. If I hear women's division again, I'm going to stab somebody. If I hear women's division, women's locker room, fucking stop it. I told you to stop this over like a year and a half ago. I told you to stop. But here comes another person through the door, Paige or Psoriasis. And then Psoriasis says, I'm here to help the women's division. Or whatever she said. Oh my God, bro. This company is off the fucking... They don't know what they're doing right now. This is bad, bro. This is not... Like, I'm ready to snap tonight a little bit. There's some things that I really liked. But man, there was a lot of things that was like, dude, this is right out of my book of don't fucking do it. Do not say women's division and I'm going to make the women's division or the locker room better. Stop it. Why are you so insecure about this? It's about the AEW Women's Championship. That belt will never mean crap as long as all you do is talk about the women's division, or the locker room, or the division, or the women's division. For over a year and a half, I've been begging you to stop saying the goddamn words, women's division. Stop it. Do you hear the fucking men saying this? Do you hear that? Stop it! I'm ready to snap. I hate the women in AEW. I'm going to tell you right now, I hate them. You know why I hate them? Because they keep talking about women's division. That's why I hate them. Because they keep talking about locker room and the overall and the division instead of just going and having good matches or wrestling for a title. The women's division in AEW was good for about maybe a year while Britt Baker was champion and she was wrestling people for the title. Maybe 8 months or 6 months, rather. You know, it was good for about 6 to 8 months, maybe. And even Britt Baker mentioned this division. No, it's about the women's championship, not the division. Who cares? Who gives a shit if the division is full of great wrestlers? Who gives a shit if the division is full of crappy wrestlers? All that matters is you're the AEW World's Women's Champion. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. God damn it, I hate this division shit. Shut up. It's enraging. By the way, speaking of women's divisions, this is what's going on with the reporters in Florida. What is wrong with your news teams in Florida?
Asking what is on my microphone. It is what you think it is. A lot of people are asking what is on my microphone. It is what you think it is. It's a condom. It helps protect the gear. We can't get these mics wet. There's a lot of wind. There's a lot of rain. So we got to do what we got to do, and that is put a condom on the microphone. A lot of people are asking what is on my microphone. It is.
This chick is gonna go viral for this.
What we got to do what we got to do, and that is put a condom.
Oh yeah, put a condom on the microphone. WNBC, WNBC. Gotta love it. Put a condom on the microphone. I love that they took time out to explain that. I mean, you got to give it to, WBBH TV, Kyla Galler, or Galler, whatever her name is. Who cares? Either way, I'm jacking off to that later tonight. Give it to her for that. We'll also take a break in this middle of this AEW review to talk about the moron reporter who thought it was a good idea to go out in the storm like this and then get waffled and have his fucking ankle shattered or shin shattered by a tree branch. Lucky it wasn't his head. He's not wearing a helmet. Have you ever seen Ron White's stand-up? It's not that the wind is blowing. It's what the wind is blowing. If you have a stop sign coming out of your spleen, jogging don't come into play. You know, if you get hit by a road sign or a tree branch in the head, like, you are a moron. Like, what is this person doing? This has got to be some kind of liability. You know, you're making $40,000 a year or whatever. Get the hell out of there, you dumb fuck, before you get hit by something that impales you and your family watches you die on the news. It's not that you can stand up in this. It's what's coming at you. That is retarded to me. At least put a helmet on. Unreal. There has been some insane videos of the storm. Just wild stuff. Fort Myers, I know so many people. It's nuts. I know I've seen a lot of great women's wrestling, so that's why it makes me so mad. You know, we saw a great run in TNA Impact Wrestling back in 2013 and 2014 of some pretty good women's wrestling. You know, and then we saw some great wrestling in NXT. And we here or there seen some other ones as well too. I don't know what's going on in the Discord, but, you know, I may have to just ban everybody. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm not aware of exactly what's happening. But I will say this. I don't give a fuck what anybody does. If it's not on my show and I don't know what the fuck it is, has to do with me, I don't give a shit about it. I don't give a fuck what Dave does. I don't give a fuck what fucking Tony fuck does. I don't give a fuck what Drew, whatever fuck people bringing him up for. I don't know why. I don't give a fuck what he does. He's a fucking lie. They're all lying people, fucking fake people. And you can fuck off with all your fucking drama shit. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't want to talk about it. I will just take it out of my Discord. I'll get rid of the Discord chat. I don't give a shit about it. I don't know what anyone's talking about. I couldn't give a fuck. I've told all these people about all these people for years. And when I did, I was called a liar and a scumbag. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, what anybody else does, or what anybody else is talking about. I couldn't give a fuck. I hope Mustang Man drives into a building and then doesn't get out of it. I hope Cheese Man, the lying fake fuck, who just fucking lies to people to get them to like him and is a fake innocent, I'm just an innocent guy. I don't give a fuck what he does or says. He's a fucking lying person. He constantly lies. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. I don't give a fuck what Tony does to Dave or Dave does to Tony. I couldn't give a shit. They're all fucking scumbags fighting each other. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I do my show here. I never mention any of this shit. I don't give a shit if you have a fight with someone else. I warned all these people about all these people years ago, and I was called a scumbag. I was called a liar, a scumbag, and somebody that needed to get over it. And I was also told that if it didn't happen to them, then they didn't care. But now suddenly, I guess there's something, I don't know what's going on. I don't give a fuck. But if you bring it in the Discord, I'll just delete you. I'll delete the Discord. I don't give a fuck. Don't fucking bring this bullshit to me. I don't give a fuck. I did a fucking show with that cheese lip motherfucker, and he said he was, I need to spend time with family. And then he just made up that I made fun of him when I didn't, or I attacked him or something. Made it up. It was planned all along. Guy's a fucking fake person. I don't give a fuck what he does. Dave, you know how fucking devious and psycho Dave can be, so I don't give a fuck. I know what kind of a fucking, I know who Dave is. I know what he's done to me and what he's done to everybody, because that's what he does. He fucks everybody. Everybody just keeps him around. Especially when he was fucking with me. Fucked with me for years. Fucked with me for 2 years. He was a great guy, though, wasn't he? When he was fucking with me. Wasn't he? So go fuck yourself. You fucking fake people. Why do people just randomly leave my show? Randomly, when I have no beef with them? Because manipulation. That's why. No one is real. Most of these people are all fake. I started this show to do this show. All these other people latched on to do their little shows or little things that they do, and they're the fucking fake ones. I've always done this. I've always been here to do this. If you want to do this with me, we'll go to the stars, we'll go to the moon, and we'll keep doing it. It won't end. I don't fire people usually. You ever notice that? I don't fire people. So don't bring your bullshit to me. Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? JD left because I called him out. I said, why aren't you here for Out of Nowhere? You're going to miss Out of Nowheres. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And he got snippy with me, and I called him out. And then he decided, fuck this. That's what happened. You can make up fucking whatever you want and make believe that he got sick of me or something like that. That's not what happened. He was getting sick of everything. He was missing his own uploads. He was having such a problem trying to balance 3 different girlfriends at the same time, which is what was going down. He was having emotional issues because he couldn't balance his sex life. That's what was going down. He took it out on me, took it out on you. That's why he's gone. Don't make up why he left or didn't come or go, whatever. You're just blocked. You're banned. You're done. I don't give a fuck what you. I don't care. If it's not happening here, if it's not part of my show, I don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'll do my own show by myself if I have to. I'll just sit here and I'll do it myself. I don't need anybody else because everybody else is fake, quite honestly. Just about everybody's a fake person. What's up? DeMarco is he's in rough shape, Awandi. I talked to him. I talked to DeMarco every couple weeks or once a week or so. When he's around, he's still going to the hospital and stuff. Don't bring. I don't care to bring anybody up because I never want to bring anybody up, and I don't care. You can tell me about I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. And the Discord's going away soon. The Discord is going to be available probably for only patrons soon. It's probably what it's going to be. I was going to go to Discord tonight, but, based on what I'm seeing over there, fuck it. Fuck doing that. I don't even have a problem with anybody right now. I don't really have a problem. I just mentioning I don't care. Don't care about this shit. I don't care about it. I'm not going to do a stream every 6 months or a year to say how this show is really good and pretend other people get in all this behind the scenes terrible shit. Then they pretend like they don't do it. Nah, you're all fucking scumbags and you know it. And I don't mean the chat. I mean the people out there. They know they know they're scumbags. They know what they do. Oh, I'm surprised that after I fucked around with troll people for years that they're fucking with me or I'm being fucked with or you should stop talking to this person. No. I don't listen to anybody. You tell me not to have Luke Rojas on the show, I don't listen to you. You tell me not to have Asher on the show, I don't listen to you. You tell me not to have Dan Kennedy on the show, I don't listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You tell me not to have this one, that one, and the other one on the show. I don't listen to you. I do what I want to do. But that being said, I want everybody to know that Daddy Joe does what he wants when he wants. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, man. By the way, DeMarco's birthday is coming up. So, everybody wish Jake DeMarco a happy birthday. Probably on Twitter if you want, but he's not really on Twitter anymore, so I don't know what to tell you about that. He's not really on Twitter. You know what I mean? Well, Luke Rojas, I was right about him because I said that before anybody for years. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with anybody. I could talk to Dave right now. I'm just not talking to anybody until everybody stops being a baby. You know what I mean? Extreme Shaft, feel free to tell Nikki J to come on the show on Friday. All you got to do is show up. You want to be on Monetize This, all you got to do is show up. The people who are on Monetize This on Friday nights are the people who decide to show up. It's that simple. You want to be on Monetize This, show up Friday. You know? All you got to do is show up. That's all you got to do. Want to be on? Show up. You want somebody on? They got to show up. They don't show up, that's on them. My show's always on. You know? Unless you're thinking about pretending to leave so you could then bash me on the side and then pretend like you didn't do anything wrong. Feel free to do that. Happy birthday, Jake DeMarco. Where are we on the show tonight? John Moxley bloodied, looking like a man, standing across from a guy dressed like this. Now, I know that you're going to say, well, Joe, you're a Shawn Michaels fan and you love the hearts and the sexy boy, so why is this okay? Well, I guess you got me there. I think it's because I think Adam Hangman Page sucks on the microphone. Like, Shawn Michaels was fun on the mic. He seemed like a cool guy or whatever. But what the fuck is Adam Hangman Page? And by the way, does this mean that Punk is getting the Punk is really going away? Dave Rose is not gone. Why are people saying that in the chat? Nobody's gone. Nobody is gone from shows. Nobody is gone. I don't know what is wrong with people. What is going on? Why do people think this? Adam Page is a poser. Nobody is gone from anything. Nobody is banned from my show. Nobody is gone. Nobody is gone. But yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of Luke Rojas because you don't like Luke Rojas or Mustafa or somebody. I'm not gonna get rid of him.
Super chat party.
Can't wait to see you live for the first time, Toronto.
Next week, AEW. It could be a good show. Fat Man on Ice. How you doing? Fat Man on Ice. Oh, boy. All the way in Toronto, man. It's going to be a big night. It's going to be a big night in Toronto. That could be a great crowd. And I would think that they would be ready to go. You know? Hangman is decent. I like Hangman in the ring. I do like Hangman in the ring. I find Hangman entertaining in the ring. Very much. But he, on the mic, garbage. Garbage. Not good on the mic. Extreme Shaft, Bullfrog doesn't want to be back, bro. Oh, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, fuck everybody, you know? The real scumbags are the other people that people think are good people. Everybody's a shithead liar, you know? I couldn't give a fuck about anybody. I couldn't give a shit. Because everybody is such a phony fake. And all the videos are up to prove it, that everybody's a phony fake, by the way. Just everybody is. Everybody's full of shit. Nobody should be able to comment on anybody because they're just so full of shit. It's so sad. We lost goddamn Coolio tonight, for Christ's sake. The Washington Capital season is close to starting, says Suburban Cowboy. Get ready. Well, wait a minute. They're in Washington next week? Wait a minute. When's Toronto then? Is Toronto the week after? I thought they were in Toronto next week. God damn it. They're in fucking D.C. next week? So there's like an 80% chance that all the AEW stars get robbed next week in DC. Like, I mean, assaulted and robbed, like in the parking garage. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man. Hurricane Penis, Awandi. That's an interesting take. Let me go back to the donations. We'll get back to the rest of the show. We left off around the Moxley stuff and the Wheeler Yuta thing. I think we got to about, the Page stuff was cringe. The women's thing was cringe. I already went on that women's thing rant, so I already went on that rant about that. Finally, the Acclaimed show up in a whatever backstage promo. But still, it brought more smile to my face than anything else because I was just happy to see the Acclaimed. A little bit of an awkward segment, but it's better than most of the other things I saw tonight, so happy to see that. The microphone in the back with Tony Schiavone was weird. Did you guys notice that? At one point, it was high. Then later in another interview, the microphone was super low. It was like way low, like so down and... Oh, it was so weird. So weird. It was like you could barely hear him and there was like an echo. It was like, dude, I don't think the fucking microphone's on. Is that the camera microphone? Shit bum.
Keeping a prayer for my grandparents in Punta Gorda, Fort Myers. By the way, That guy was Jim Cantori. He's the most popular weather specialist reporter for the Weather Channel.
Oh, that was that guy? I didn't know that. You're right. He's nuts. You should know by now to wear a goddamn helmet. Yeah, I hope he had shin pads on, because he got waffled in the shin by a tree branch. DWELSH, thank you for the $5. DWELSH, and becoming a $5 shit bomb. Now, as you guys know, there's a brand new $40 donation. If anybody wants to drop the brand new $40 donation, I will spit in Welsh's anus, just so you know. Just throwing it out there. Shout out to DWELSH. Thank you, Welsh.
Joe, you're not allowed to have fun at all.
I know.
That's the rule these days. You can't have an opinion either. Happy birthday, Meekle.
Happy birthday, Jake DeMarco. Happy birthday, please don't die. Here's some money for Jake. Was that a year ago that I made that? At least our wishes came true. He's, not doing the greatest, but he's doing well enough that he can spend time with his family and, get things done at home a little bit. Is Jake DeMarco. Jake DeMarco, one of the only people to say he needs to leave the show, but actually needed to leave the show without making up weird shit. DWELSH, thoughts to your family, man. Again, especially everybody. Fort Myers is it's a slobber knocker down there. I hope everybody's all right, man. This is, dude, the videos are terrifying. And I was thinking in some places, it's like you want to go to the lowest point of the house, but in some of those places that are flooding, it's like you can't. You got to go upstairs because the water's coming in, taking over the whole first floor, but the second floor is blowing off or collapsing.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
What do you do?
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Hey Joe,
Retro
much
Neon,
love,
hey.
and I ask a favor of you. Could you go to the channel Technical Work Rate Productions and say what's up to them real quick? They're live right now. Would be cool to give them some love. Thanks and have a great night, man.
Thanks, Retro Neon. I appreciate it. Let me see. I mean, you probably should have donated more than $1 for me to go over there, because I'm lazy. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Okay. I mean, are they even gonna care? Like, are they gonna just be like, "Why are you here, you loser"? You know what I mean? Aren't they just gonna be like, "You're an idiot"? You know what I mean? By the way, did you guys see this guy in the crowd right here? See that guy right there, the bottom right? Look at that guy. Look at that guy in the crowd. Dude, what the hell is that? All right, there we go. That guy was like, dude, it's like Moxley was right next to him with the belt. See him with the scarf? And he was just like, he was making all these whacked out fucking like faces. He was like, it was like, that's all I could see. I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't think of like anything else was going on. All I saw was this guy making goofy faces into the camera the whole time. So weird. But yeah, look at him. Look at this guy. He was sniffing Moxley's ass and anus. How much does anybody know how much they sell MJF scarf for? I haven't been there in a while. Somebody let me know how much the MJF scarf is. Is it like $20, $10, more? Like, let me know. Eddie Kingston hates Sammy, says smooth face. He should hate him. He should hate everybody, quite honestly. Let's go over to the Discord. Looking at the Discord, I have looked at my Discord and I have seen that the only person in the Discord is Devious Dave Rose in the Discord.
Well, it's because I'm an AEW mark. I love Tony Khan.
That's right. You have a weird sexual fetish with him for some reason. Like it's like you're not really even looking for a job.
You know, I just think he's a wholesome guy.
Well, do you really? I hope he's not. I like the idea that maybe he's like a meth addict psycho. I kind of like the idea of that.
Well, why not both? And again, whatever. I love him. Hey, tonight wasn't bad. I gave it a 6.7. There was a lot of stuff that could have been criticized, rightfully so. You did so as well. That I'm back. Yeah, that certainly. But that was
stupid.
Didn't she do that twice in WWE too? And both time, the second time especially, it was met with like, ooh.
Yeah. Now, okay, so we start off with the JS celebration. You are right. They shouldn't have mentioned Luigi Primo. They could have just not mentioned him and be like, ignore him, essentially.
He's just flipping pizzas in the background. It would have been fucking like hilarious. Like, why is he there? Like, it's great.
Now, look, I do like sometimes a little jokey aspect to wrestling. Keep it a little light sometimes. But this is where people rightfully have some criticism, I should say, for Tony Khan, where it's like you're letting things that are a little too jokey in. And this guy's an indie sort of star, I guess, or at least a viral star in the sense that, okay, he's poppy now, but like his gimmick really is just like he's a fucking pizza maker and stuff. And, you know, I can understand the criticism and such, and, you know, but as soon as I saw the pizzas, I'm like, what if they got the Primo guy? And boom, he showed up. So I can accept that criticism and such. But, you know, the Daniel... And look, I know, I get your pain, dude. Like, you are not happy at all about ROH being featured on AEW. I get where you're coming from, but I feel Tony's trying to help build up that brand. But Daniel Garcia facing up against, Jericho and such, I thought, you know, is obviously building up something that has been going on for quite some time, and at least it's shifting it towards ROH and keeping it out of AEW. That's what I believe is the reason for bringing this up, is to start moving it towards that brand once the television deal is done. Sorry, what was that?
No, I don't remember. It was nothing really important, but I'll think of it later maybe. But it's just like...
Pentagon was saying something.
Oh, go ahead, Dan.
Oh, I was saying, from the looks of what I saw online, the MJF scarf is like anywhere from $30 to $60.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
Is he taking a cut of that?
Yeah, he's getting like $8 a scarf.
At least.
And I mean, it's a pretty generic design, so...
Yeah.
He's getting them all from China.
Yeah, some little boy's making that for 80 cents. On this fucking guy.
I also wanted to say I'm not taking the apartment I told you about.
Good idea. You would have been shot within 2 weeks. No, actually, it's not Chicago.
Oh, no. The notices were there. There was signs in the apartment warning you about needles on the ground.
Yeah. Methadone.
I will say...
There were rat and mouse traps all over the building.
Jesus Christ.
Yummy. Regal had quite the line during that match. I can't remember who he called a Rice Krispie treat. But... yeah, he was quite colorful with his language.
Yeah, Regal was pretty good. It was pretty funny tonight.
But there was some good technical wrestling in that match.
I like the Jericho match
between Garcia and Danielson.
How about the way I didn't talk about this yet when at the very end of the show when Jericho Judas Effect, what's his name? God damn, the announcer in Ring of Honor. I met that guy too.
I don't have his name, but yes, I wrote that down too.
I've done shows with the guy. I fucking don't remember his name, but and it begins with a C. I can't think of it, but yeah, when he Judas Effect him, dude, he hit the mat like a dead, like he weighed 1,000 pounds. He like the back of his head smashed into the mat. He didn't bump. You know, and he didn't flop like a fish or like even just go dead like a announcer, like a referee or somebody sometimes will to try to sell it but not sell it. And so, but instead he like threw himself and he just smashed his head off the back of the canvas. Dude, I bet you he has a giant headache. because, dude, I swear to God, go watch that elbow. Anybody else right now that has access to that elbow, that Judas effect, dude, he went down and then he threw himself and just smashed his head off the mat, dude. I was just being tore up. I was laughing like crazy, like, cause I
took it a lot easier on him than he did that clown that one time where he went super stiff. Remember that one? Where people were criticized him afterwards. It's like, yeah, you literally knocked his head off.
That either was the greatest like sell ever, or whatever. But it looked like he cleaned that fucking thing out. Like before they were out there, the guy was like, "So it's all fake, right?" or something like that. So Jared's like, "All right."
It's like Dr. Death in the back. But the next thing that happened was MJF came out, started talking and so forth, really got great reactions. Yuta came out first, and then obviously MJF talking to him and stuff. But I really think that what MJF was doing with Yuta was certainly helping build Yuta up. Now, I think Yuta is good. And I think that many people have said the same thing, is that he was sort of underrated when he was with, what was the previous team? Was it Best Friends?
Yeah, he was with Best Friends. Now he's in the Black Combat.
Well, exactly. But now that he's moved there, he's sort of gotten the ability to shine on his own. He shows himself to be quite talented, and you can see this guy sort of sticking to ROH and still being part of the staple. So I think MJF gave him a great opportunity. Him coming out, like, MJF is in the box, and then Yuta comes out from behind, and they start fighting there in the seats and stuff. I thought it was just a good way of setting up a rivalry, and MJF, I think, is doing a good job basically leading that.
I was, the only thing that stunk for me is and maybe you did too, but it was so obvious that he was going to get attacked up in the box. But the problem is, I thought pretty obvious. But I thought they were gonna like beat each other up all over the place, and it was really just kind of a little thing. It was still good, and I like it, but I expected it to be like, I wanted to see more like of a brutal fight.
Yuta also needs to work on his mic skills a little bit. He wasn't bad tonight.
I'm kind of surprised none of the fans took a shot at MJF.
Well, the guy that they were fighting on top of that eventually got up and moved out of his seat, that guy didn't even want to move. Like, they were coming into the seat, and he just, like, was turning his body to look at them. At no point did the guy decide, let me get out of my seat or move. So I wonder if he had, like, a handicap or he was that lazy. I don't know. I thought he was actually in a wheelchair because I was like, why is that guy not moving at all? Like, I mean, the actual wrestlers are behind him, and he was turning his head but never moving at all.
I mean, if he had a handicap, he would have qualified for the handicap seating.
Well, that's what I thought. He was in a wheelchair in the handicap seating, but he was in a real chair. It's just he didn't move. Go back and watch it. The fan, he just like leans around. It was like, dude, are you gonna, like, if I was sitting there, there's no way that I would just look behind me as the TV cameras are filming MJF getting in a fight with Yuta, and now they're right next to me.
No, Joe, you would have sold it.
Oh yeah, I would have. Well, I might have sold it a little bit.
You would have sold the hell out of that if going by you selling to Zawa winning the Cruiserweight Championship, it could go anything to go by. Even you would have sold the hell out of that.
Even me and my wife sold the Sasha thing. I was like trying to hold her back, and we were like, "Oh my god," it was great. But I like doing that. But it's I just thought that was weird. It was a stupid little thing. It was just something. It was a good segment though. Like that part.
Mm-hmm. Two things. That donation that's going to be coming in soon is hilarious. So I have to say that.
Oh, there it comes. Right here. I didn't see it yet, so leave this briefcase right here. I hope it reads funny.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here.
The ghost from the coast.
Right here. Son, run.
That big girl run.
Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch!
Oh.
Run, you fucking fat bitch! Don't you think I'm a fucking terrorist? Run, you fat bitch! Run, you fat
Jesus, what is this email? What did you do, Dave?
I don't know what I do this time.
Good Lord.
Did they find out about all the dead bodies?
I feel like it today.
Yuta is getting better. We need to give him some time to soak in the sweet and sour sauce until he's ready. His mic skills will get better. That's the point of these segments.
That's a fucking hilarious comment.
Oh
but
my
no,
God.
he is getting better, and yes, we just have to give him that time. But they've got to give him opportunity. MJF is fucking hot right now. Like, to give him the opportunity to go against MJF, I think that speaks a lot of the confidence that they have in Yuta to be able to give that time from MJF when MJF could be talking to anybody, making them look amazing because everyone wants to see MJF right now.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the best thing myself, but it's. I feel like MJF is, unfortunately, I feel like he's like cooling off in a weird way a little bit, but he's still hot. He'll always be. He's gonna be fine. It's just.
I mean, he's always hot.
I'm not really down. I don't really like Yuta because, like, I feel like he's this. Like, dude, I feel like Yuta should be like sort of like this opening, like, Ricochet type almost. That he's like goes out there, he just has good matches. And he has this 1, 2, 3 kid type of personality, Taka Michinoku, but he's, I don't know, maybe it'll work out, and maybe I'm crazy. And he was better on the mic tonight because he was yelling and stuff.
It's not to put him into contention of the top notch. It's the fact that somebody in the top notch is giving him the opportunity. That alone, I think, is that it's still speaking to the confidence that people have in him. I do see him as a mid-carder and stuff, but I still see him as an amazing mid-carder and such. Like, and still can win the ROH titles and so forth. Like, I do believe there's a reason why we're seeing more ROH on AEW is because I believe there's the push to establish it somewhat reputably or reestablish it after it sort of closed down, and then send the talent that's been established associated with those titles to the show that's going to be ROH and sort of split it.
I have a question.
My suspicion.
You're
right.
Question.
Yeah.
Who's the TNT champion right now?
Wardlow.
Really?
No, sorry.
No, it's Wardlow.
He's the TNT title or the TBS title?
No, TBS is Jade Cargill.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, okay. I was going to say Jade.
But I believe Wardlow's...
yeah, but Wardlow still remains the TNT title, yeah.
I think Wardlow's home is in Florida, so he might have stayed in Florida.
No, I just feel like it's been forever since we've seen that title on TV.
He suplexed that Hurricane. That's why it got reduced from a category 5 to 3. So
yeah, he blew against it. Like he should have made a video of him blowing like, like, and then I don't know, done something weird. But yeah, no, we saw it a week ago or so. He was with the group or whatever, and he was wearing the belt. But yeah, I feel like Wardlow is unnecessarily cooling down, and MJF was a little cooled. Yeah, I just think that they really should have done a better job of keeping these guys like rocket fire, like rocket ship to their ass. I feel like they've taken a little. It's not a big issue. It's just a little bit of a step back, and it's like why? It's the same.
I mean, MJF's gonna heat up again when he's champion.
Well, let's hope that's the way it goes. But I don't know why. I just don't think he needs to take time to build someone else. Anyway, they'll help each other. Yuta will help him a bit. He'll help elevate Yuta. He's something for MJF to do, and he can beat without a problem. I guess MJF can pick on him because he doesn't have good mic skills. But even though Yuta doesn't have really great mic skills right now, he's got like 3 out of 10 stuff on the mic. But maybe when he's done with MJF, his skills will go up to 4 out of 10. So that's the point. And then
I dare say 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean he might be better. He was pretty good. He was, like
he's improving, and that's the point, is that he can't improve unless he gives, he gets that opportunity. So, we're seeing good things from him, and it's good to see MJF is willing to support this sort of thing and work with them. So, I wish them the best in this particular feud.
Yeah,
what was that Keith Lee segment?
Oh, the Acclaim thing was a little rough. Like half of it was terrible to me. I just liked the end when they all said "scissor me." That's all I cared about. Everything else, I was like, ugh. Keith Lee came in.
Yeah, that was a little lacking.
I mean, Keith Lee does seem so energy draining. My energy drained from me from when he appeared on screen.
You know what Keith Lee reminds me of? When Mustafa the other day was like, "I'm a theater." That's what Keith Lee reminds me of. Like
oh my god,
when Mustafa was irritating. It's a fantasy. Dave, did you go back and listen to what I was talking about with Mustafa?
Not yet, but I do
gotta hear
it. It's the theater stuff.
It's like 20 minutes. It's like it's delicious. Like it's great. But yeah, basically what happened was, whatever. But anyway, that's what Keith Lee reminded me tonight. He's like, you didn't earn it, Billy did it for you. And the way he talked was so just snooty. It was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And
I noticed that, and that could have been improved too. I mean,
it was like an afterthought segment, but all that ended up being mattering was them saying "scissor me" at the end.
Yeah, that's basically why people showed up. Say the line, Bart.
Yep, that was it. That was exactly it. I love it.
Bandito versus Jericho was not a bad match at all.
Yeah,
I like
it
that
was good.
match.
It was.
I don't know who. I've never heard of Bandito, but I'm definitely going to look his stuff up after that match.
I've heard
it's unbelievable. Tony Schiavone told us he's one of the best luchadors on the planet.
And that's why Tony loves him. He had a big boner for him. Somebody was like, "Why is Bandito in the main event?" It's like because Tony loves him, and you'll probably love him too. To be honest, is what I said.
I thought he did an amazing job. That one move off the top rope with Jericho was really well put together.
Oh, that fall away!
I love to see the Lion Tamer. I prefer that over the Walls of Jericho. There's something about the Lion Tamer that I just think is just a badass fucking move, and I love because you don't really see it too often from Jericho. So I do love when he does it.
Well, one thing I like about Bandito, and I don't watch him a ton, but I am familiar with Bandito. I know I was making jokes about him earlier, but I know who Bandito is. So one thing that I'll say about Bandito, and I noticed it more tonight than anything, especially since a lot of people didn't know him, or a lot of people maybe just forgot about him, or whatever the case is, or if you didn't know him at all, or you did know him, he is really good at connecting with the crowd. Despite having a giant KKK mask on, he's able to,
I was about to say something.
Jericho for how long did he hold up Jericho for? Like 60 seconds?
Yeah, it was like a minute. It was if it wasn't, it was close, and it was.
Is it me or is he really, really small?
Really, I think he's like 6 feet, isn't he?
Really?
Maybe.
No, I don't know why. When he was holding up Jericho like that, he made Jericho look like huge.
Well, I mean, listen, Jericho's like, isn't Jericho?
Jericho's not small.
Yeah, Jericho is a thick 6'1", I believe. I mean, I could be wrong about that.
I mean, even if he is small, the fact is that he held him up for a minute. The crowd was into it. He was getting the crowd cheering and like counting with him, and then he was like holding up with one arm and telling the crowd with a hand, like, "Come on, like cheer more." And he was getting those fucking cheers. Like, there was a lot of great technical skill displayed in that match, but there was also a lot of
wow. He is small. He is small. He's 5'7".
Well, still taller than Mustang Man, but
well, yeah, that's yep. He's not 5'4". My wife is taller than him. But no, it's just he did look. I'll tell you what, he looked bigger than 5'7". He looked like he might have been 5'10" out there. I thought he was going to be 5'10", but okay.
And he put on a good show, and those moves, I thought, just really were a good storytelling. And Bandito was apparently at one point an ROH champion. So I see this movement towards trying to keep ROH amongst those that were there before, although it's being featured right now in AEW TV, and to move that eventually to their show and stuff. But at least now to start to build that sort of established talent as who's going to be involved.
Yeah, I don't like. No matter what, I understand the logic behind like let's build it up here and then move it there, but I just think like you're having such, in my opinion, a little bit of a trouble building your own thing and keeping consistency of your own show. But
you're not wrong.
I understand it, and honestly, if there was a TV deal around the corner, or there was like if this has to do with business of getting something signed and stuff like that, then it's a sacrifice that I would make because I'd be like, okay, we can do something fun with Ring of Honor on our show, and we can cement this deal that we want to have and whatever. So if there's a real business reason behind it, then I'm more accepting of it. But you are sacrificing your own, your own stuff. You are. It's a little bizarre.
From what I've been hearing, they're trying to get Ring of Honor on HBO Max or Warner Discovery or whatever the new app is going to be.
Oh. So there you go. They're trying to, I guess, feature. I mean, but I don't understand how you can just literally show them the roster, show them some Ring of Honor content, and still get that deal. I just don't think you need to do this. But
also, I wanted to ask you this, Joe. It's obviously the same reason why fucking that Canadian company bought Impact is that you have a catalog of movies. Well, not movies, of shows and pay-per-views, blah, blah, blah. So don't you think that's also maybe something that AEW did on purpose specifically to acquire that directory so that and probably when they establish some sort of streaming service or something in conjunction with a streaming service, that they'll have access to that they can share and as such also profit?
This is absolutely true because every company or streaming service needs content, and I'm sure that some of them are trying to broaden their horizons. Peacock has WWE,
and that's another reason why AEW bought Ring of Honor, is so WWE couldn't have that film library to put up on Peacock.
Well, you got Netflix, you got Paramount Network, you have all kinds of networks. Think about this. Famous Fight, right? Fight's another one. I don't think they quite have the capital, but think about this. Just think about this. Famous B worked with a wrestling company that shot 10 episodes of a show. Now they're shooting 10 more, by the way. He's just an announcer. And that they were given a couple $100,000, and that's on something we've never heard of, right? It wasn't. Well, I don't even remember the name of the place. It wasn't Crackle. It was something below Crackle, right? I don't even remember now the name.
Was it Tubi?
No, it was it's an app that you can.
A Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, it's like Rice Poppin' Network. You can download it on Xbox and a couple other places, and it's like Crackle. If you look Crackle, you'll see that Crackle's like a free, everything is free on it or something like that. But there's ads, but they're their own streaming thing. But so this company paid Famous B's company or whatever it was, a couple $100,000 to film 10 episodes, and everybody got paid a couple $1,000. I mean, dude, they'll do anything for content out there. Netflix is, if you have a paranormal show, Netflix might sign you tomorrow for $1 million to put 20 episodes.
Final Frontier News.
Well, yeah, exactly. So it's like Final Frontier News. Yeah, if we film more than one episode, which is my fault, but we'll figure it out if you guys stop all fighting with each other over weird shit on the internet.
Shit, dude.
But
why don't you just sell the idea to monetize this to somebody?
Well, I don't need to sell it. Everybody tries to copy it, and then they fail. But
no, I mean to an actual company like Netflix or HBO Max or something.
Well, I think if
Cronin story.
Yeah, well, the story would be
the
fun.
Self-destruction of Joe Cronin,
right?
Or I mean that movie Clerks was supposedly made by something you said or someone.
Well, you know how this could end in a sort of like a mini tragedy. All those 80,000 new IRS agents. They bust down my doors of my house and they end up shooting me by accident. They think I have a weapon, but I don't, and then they shoot me. And then they're like, "Oh shit! Like, are you okay? Like, we're gonna get you an ambulance, man. Like, it's okay. We're here." And like, "What are you doing in my house?" Like, "Well, we're here with a warrant or something." And then
that's next door, you idiots.
And then I sue the government and whatever else, and then I win, and I get a couple $1 million. I pay off the IRS, but then I have to serve 30 days of jail time for something. I don't know. And then it's it's like Wolf of Wall Street. And we pitch it like that. I'm some nobody who had no money and no job, and then I started a YouTube channel. It became a full-time job. I fucked up on my taxes for years. All this crazy shit went down. I lost friends. People quit. People tried to steal all my ideas and fuck with me and backstab and go after donators in the background. And people were swatted, doxxed, attacked, and fights with everybody. And I bought a house, and then it ends with the fucking IRS shooting me by accident in a raid. It'd be great. Or they confuse me with a bigger tax person. They think that I'm the $1 million guy who's been stealing millions of dollars, but I'm just behind a little bit, and they confuse me. And his name is Dan Conlon or something like that. Oh, it'd be great. What a story. That'd be a movie.
I gotta be honest with you, Joe. I always figured it would be me and you going down in a shootout at Fenway.
Well, that's that other movie. How great was that too? By the way, seeing just automatic weapons and crazy shit going down at Fenway in what is the movie? The bank robbery movie. What is it?
I think it was The Town.
The Town, yeah. Love that part because I just recognized all of Boston. But tonight was a weird show. What I like about tonight is some of the stuff that I'm upset about, I'm really angry about, and I love that because it gets me fired up. And then a lot of the stuff I really kind of liked or I had fun with, so that's okay as well. So. I'm kind of, I'm happy with the show being a 6 out of 10 in a weird way, but I'm not happy about Coolio dying, but,
My brother died.
Why are you not happy? I mean, he lived past 24.
Watch it, white boy.
He was older than that when he wrote that, wasn't he? Or no, I guess he was.
Yeah, he was like that.
By the way, I love that sign. Tony Khan is greater than Triple H in the chat.
Oh my god!
That in
the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what? Tony Khan should start calling him Nose. Like, just call him Nose on Twitter.
Hey, Joe.
Like, I thought I did a better night tonight than Nose did, and then people start bringing Nose signs to AEW. Yes, AJ.
Hey, I donated earlier. I don't know if you got it or not.
Well, you know what? We don't take your kind's money here. No,
I didn't realize that Super Chat could be paid in cotton.
Well, I'm paying a Canadian bacon cracker.
Canadian bacon actually is worthwhile, you know? What are you going to do with cotton? Come on.
Why the fuck would pay with cotton?
I can fill myself up on Canadian bacon.
No,
I'm not Colonel Sanders. I don't pay with apples and bananas and pineapples. So.
Well, you know what? The economy's getting so bad, it looks like we're gonna have to because dollar's worthless. So
yeah. Joe, you like Bandito?
Oh,
yo, he's fucking good, man.
He's great. No,
he
was
good.
Tweeting
tonight. Somebody,
you know what he can do? You can star him on Ring of Honor.
Well, he probably will be in Ring of Hookers. He probably will be.
Because that's what it is. They're pimping the shit out them damn motherfuckers out there.
Dude, you would think Tony Khan met a girl who loves wrestling who's hot, and she begged him to like feature Ring of Honor because she's gonna be in charge of it to help her out or something. And Tony Khan was like, "Okay," because this doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. It was fun and exciting though, and Bandito was good with Jericho. It was a clunky match with some great spots. And I'm just impressed with Bandito's ability to connect with the crowd with a fucking KKK mask on. That's amazing.
Yeah, you'll all be fucking sorry once TK gives me a job.
Oh yeah, Joe. Hey,
Joe, you're gonna be begging me for right now.
Did you see Rolling Loud this weekend?
Did I see what?
Rolling Loud.
Rolling Lab?
Loud.
Rolling Loud? What is that?
It's like a music, like kind of like what do you call it?
Another black guy into musicals.
Are you telling me there's another musical that I need to go see?
No, it's not a musical. It's like a bunch of music acts there.
Oh.
But anyway, somebody had the AEW belt on stage.
Well, that's cool. That's cool because that belt is fucking.
He used to do shows there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
AJ Adams donated, said, "Good news, Joe. Colonel Santos is now the king of the Banana Island. He promised his people tree huts, pineapples, and free boat rides to Mexico." That's the dono that didn't play. Wow. Well, your money's not good here, AJ.
Well, it's good in America, sir. I'm an American.
Well, you're kind of an American.
Oh, also, Sammy Guevara changed his name to Samuel Guevara on Twitter. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but he put himself eating pizza in front of fucking Luigi Primo, so
Ew.
I don't know.
Dude, the wrestlers are marks for a fucking indie goof. That's why wrestling sucks, by the way.
Some of them are.
I gotta be honest. It makes me sick to my stomach that guy's hired and Joe's not on commentary.
He's not hired. He's only working on a per diem basis.
Miro tweeted like a week ago he should have stayed on the
Indies. Oh, Miro said that Miro wants to be on the Indies. Is that what he's saying?
No, he said that they should have left that guy on the Indies.
Oh, well, I mean, he's taking his spot.
With Miro.
Do you have a code? Who is it?
Me? My whole family has a cold right now. My oldest son has a 102 fever. He looks like hell.
Jesus Christ.
My youngest is still fucking having oxygen things and steroids, and Brenna's fine, and my wife's fucked up, and she had to get a thing tonight. Her ears are filled, and she's all fucked up. And I'm sitting here like my throat kind of hurts a little bit.
You shoot her with cum?
What?
You said her ears are filled with what?
Yeah, with cum. Yeah, while she was sleeping, I came
over
here.
Good God,
dude!
I sent you something on Instagram last night. I don't know if you got it.
Was it a dick pic or?
No, hell no. Why would I send you that for?
Yeah, let me know when you got one of those.
Joe, in Discord, you can see the screen of Bandito hugging Tony Khan after Dynamite, and it's quite the hug.
Yeah, he's talking about, please don't deport me.
No, but you could see it if you take a look.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Well, finally somebody else gave Tony the bigger hug.
That's right. That's right.
Please.
Wait, does Tony get down to blow him at the end?
It looks like he's getting there. He's like, no, it's okay. In the backstage, it's okay.
You know what happened, Joe? He saved his family from the Pepperfields.
Oh my God. Why is that funny? Oh, I'll be all right. I just lost my microphone because of that. The fucking Pepperfields. You want to hear a Pepperfield? Listen to this. Oh, I guess not. That's Bolsey flipping. That's Bolsey doing his Darth Vader impression when he finds out Padme is dead.
You know, who the fuck is that anyway? Pat who? Pat Stay,
Padme.
Pat Gay?
Star Wars. The white bitch.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? But anyway.
Yeah. Somebody sent me this. I don't know what this is, but let me see. Somebody sent me this. What is this gonna be?
I'm some asshole that's got a couple dozen people watching me.
Oh yeah, Joe. I was on there last night. He was.
Oh man.
He was having a bad day.
I hope he dies. Well, so what else? What else is? No, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, basically after that match was Moxley versus Juice Robinson, which you basically went over. I thought it was a good match, actually, quite good. With technical skill. Somehow Moxley bled. Was never really aware of this Juice Robinson guy before. And I think they said he's part of the Elite, I guess.
The Bullet Club.
Nobody knows. 90,000 people know.
Okay, well, there we go. So it's one of those things, just like, it wasn't a bad match, but I don't see it where it builds, but okay.
I saw it. You know what? I did like the match, and maybe he's got something. Now, Dave, I'm going to watch that match again because maybe I'm wrong, but I did like the match, kind of, but again, I feel like Juice Robinson, I just don't know about him. I don't get the name, the look. It all just doesn't equal out for me. But Bandito connected.
He was better as CJ Parker.
Was that his name? Oh, that was
in NXT. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he broke Kevin Owens' nose during his debut.
That's right. I didn't even what?
Shit.
He looked like a white guy tonight.
Yeah, that's what.
I thought he was a white guy.
He's Mustafa's cousin. That's why.
Oh, he knows how to like go chameleon and flip the switch on his skin color or something.
He looked tanned.
I get maybe I'm
to Michael Jackson.
Maybe I just didn't. I gotta watch it again. I gotta rewatch that.
Either way, it was. I thought it was a good match, a good technical match, a good, But I've said this in the past, and you were just building on this, Joe. I don't know anything about this guy. I would love if they did like they did in WWF back in the day, which is at least a few vignettes to build this up. Tell me who this guy is. Let him do a promo or two. Just bring me up to speed as to why he's here. What's he gonna do?
Right. I didn't feel.
I should care.
He's here to.
Well, you should know. He's from the Rice Wrestling Network. You should know.
No one in wrestling does that, WWE or AEW.
Oh, that's right. It's all the blacks that are hitting the Asians with all the crowns recently. I forgot.
Oh.
Like they just put out random wrestlers.
Yeah, they put them on.
More shows giving opportunity. And if it wasn't for TK's eyes finding MJF to put him on there, we wouldn't have this enjoyment to want to see what MJF does next. I mean, TK is not a fucking idiot. Some people might say it fine, but he's the one that gave MJF that opportunity. And now you got MJF really, controlling a lot of things.
Wait a minute. Juice Robinson with Tony Storm? Really?
Yeah, they're engaged.
Wow.
Hold on. Who's engaged with Tony Storm?
Juice Robinson.
Juice Robinson.
Really?
Yeah.
Since you say his skin is too light, when he go pick cotton at your house.
Maybe he just had a tan before.
I mean, like if I can rent you out to different farmers out here. I'm sure they could use your help.
Or I could just bust in Colonel Santos and his family of little midgets, and they can just cut your grass and do what you want them to do.
Can I bring up one critique I had for tonight's show?
Alrighty, I got a bunch. Go for it.
Yeah. The Garcia face turn kind of felt flat. Like, I thought it would be more impactful, like, hey, I'm a wrestler, or something like that.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, Daniel.
He's talking about the first.
I think he's already been, he's just already been kind of face turning, so I don't think it was that.
It's been leading up for a while.
Yeah, and so
I thought it would be just more impactful. He's kind of been like in between, hey, I'm a part of the JAS or whatever they're called, and then I'm friends with Bryan Danielson. I thought he was just going to be more definitive.
I wish that Jericho said, I wish I never donated to help, if I had never donated to you, you'd still be in a hospital right now, bankrupt, like living on the streets,
so good.
And your mother would have never gotten out of her house or whatever. Like he should have said all that stuff. You wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for me. I had to, you needed my money. And now that you got my money, here you are turning your back on me. What kind of scumbag are you, Garcia? All the other wrestlers and people that I knew, legends like Kevin Nash said, what are you doing? Donating to this kid, whatever. And they were right. Whatever the fuck. You just say a bunch of stuff like that. But I don't know, whatever. That's maybe later they will say that because that's
one thing I hope they don't do is swerve us next week and have Garcia turn on Bryan in that tag match.
No, I think it's too late for that.
No,
I think
I think this is
yeah.
I think he's staying face.
And I don't really believe Garcia as a bad guy. I gotta be. He's one of the rare ones. Usually, I don't believe people as like the other way, but I just don't.
He looks like a lost boy out there.
Yeah,
he just looks lost.
Yeah, he does not. He looks like a point guard for an NBA team. He doesn't seem, he just, wrestle. He's doing all right, but I'm glad he's going face because he doesn't fit in the heel team.
He reminds me of the white kid from El Torino. I think it was. He's with the Asian girl, and he gets sort of harassed by the black guys, and then Clint Eastwood tells him to get out of there because even the black guys, don't give a shit about him. Like. Reminds me of that, little like lost boy type thing, and he's not a bad wrestler.
Right.
I mean,
he's a good wrestler. I just don't see the hype behind him and Yuta as like they're the future of professional wrestling. Like they need to show me some personality first.
That's the problem with a lot of these guys. Is that okay, good wrestler. But I don't see them as a superstar, and I don't see them as somebody who can go to that next level. So you're right. It's always that issue. You're looking at a whole bunch of Dean Malenkos and Chris Benoit types.
Why are we getting the promos and the vignettes that at least allow us to learn more about them and actually hear them talking stuff? Build up that character, build up the reason why they're there, who they're trying to gun against,
I don't think they're capable of it. I think they've tried a couple times, and it's like, okay, that's what you got. And I just don't think there's anywhere else to go. And that's the problem with everybody kind of being the same. Like, I'm a great wrestler. I'm going to step in there and I'm going to, that's all you got. That's why you need characters and things like Scissor Me Daddy and shit to happen. Otherwise, it's all just the same. I'm going to fight and I'm going to fighting wrestler guy. If you don't have.
So you're basically saying need more black guys, is what you're saying.
Well, that's the problem. No, I'm actually going to tell you.
Got Nyla Rose there too.
That's been one of the problems with black guys in wrestling over the years. No, I'm saying
they all damn.
No, sir.
No, because what it is I think that some people are more serious about stuff. And yes, that it goes the other way in WWE where they make them dance. Vince is like, you got to be a goofball. So if you're black in the WWE back in the day, Vince was like trying to turn you into a fucking goofball. Yeah. But if you're
I feel like Lashley's to make you the only serious black wrestler.
Yes. Exactly. Like that's why Lashley was good in TNA Impact or whatever, because Lashley in Impact seemed like a badass real person, but once you get no, exactly. But that's exactly right. And it comes off that way and it works. But when he goes to WWE, it took a while for him to get back to that. He's kind of getting back to that now. Right.
The Hurt Business.
Yeah, the Hurt Business.
That could have been so good. Even he came out later and commented on this, how he felt that they were building it up good and they sort of took the wind out of their sails, and they had
that's Vince for you.
So good.
Yeah.
That's Vince for you.
I think they're going to do it again in the future after he loses the U.S. belt.
Hey Tom, I got a question.
It's not just black
Have you
guys
ever
too.
done
It's just big guys in general. They always turn him into a comedy act eventually. Vince can't take it. He's like, oh, okay, Rusev, you were crazy. Now you're a funny guy. Everybody becomes a funny guy when they're big guy. Go ahead, AJ.
He's getting over. We're gonna get them to shuck and drive some more.
Have you ever done Muppet voiceover shows or anything? You'd be very good at that.
Now, don't you know you're actually speaking to Jesse Ventura right now?
Yeah. Hey,
He
Tom.
just goes by that name.
Tom, say player one is dead. Say that.
Player one is dead.
Yeah. See.
He sounds like from the Predator movie.
Say, I'm just asking questions. What happened on 9/11?
Just asking questions. What happened on 9/11?
There you go.
Yeah, there it is. Okay,
Hey, say this,
so
say this,
that's
say
it. He's
flat
not.
job fat.
No, he's not good. So he's not good at video game voiceovers because the player one thing didn't sound right. But what he just did there was great. So he'd be a good lawyer in a movie.
Tom, say
You
slag
got
job
time to
queer.
bleed.
Yeah, say slag job queer.
Say the bitch was dead when I found her.
All right, so you want to move on to the next part?
Can you say one more thing? He'll never go to that bus stop again.
Never go to that bus stop again.
Hey, say this. Say Filipinos are tree midgets.
Filipinos are tree midgets.
I researched it myself.
Oh my god. Kind of has a little bit of a Casey is Raw inflection there.
Oh no! Oh, you got more brains than that idiot. I hope.
Oh, shots fired.
Well, he is an idiot.
Jesus.
He's admitted he's an idiot. I mean,
well, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
That's what he said. He's an idiot.
Whole group, I guess, is stupid. What else you got?
Adam Page right after that. Not sure about his 80s style clothing.
No, Adam, you're giving him too much credit with 80s style. He was wearing a fucking pink butterflies on his jeans and a Dolly Parton shirt. Dolly Parton shirt. Adam Page should fuck himself.
Yeah, Adam Page can go fuck himself. I prefer the other Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we'll see what the fuck goes on there. And MJF was just touting that, I can just use my cash in at any point to take it at any time. So we'll see what happens here. But you see Hangman obviously wanting to go against Moxley for the title. Saraya comes in and I'm back.
Yeah, hated this promo.
Lot of people chanting that this is your house and
cringe.
Yeah, but there was a few funny things where she said where Britt Baker comes out. And then she says your name rhymes, and I think they blocked this on, at least on my stream. It seemed to have been blocked.
Did you think that was good? Because I kind of went, what the fuck?
They said rhymes.
The whole promo sucks.
Your name rhymes with shit Baker.
Oh,
that's what I learned, and that's for some reason it was, I guess, censored on my stream. But she said that to try to coax Britt Baker and them, and then they had the first ever lumberjack match, which isn't really much, but
did I just mention a lumberjack match last week or something?
I don't know about
AEW,
but
it was on Raw on Monday night. I think I said that they should let homeless people surround the ring as the lumberjacks with Singapore canes.
That would be good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, on Raw, I said you want to have a good time. Every time you cane the wrestler when they get out of the ring, the homeless guy gets $100, and you give the homeless people a Singapore cane, every one of them.
That'd be great. Actually.
Yeah, and
that's a good idea.
A vial of crack cocaine.
Well, that's what they buy with it.
I'll be honest, Joe. Is you obviously went on a rant quite a while ago about how you're not pleased with the women's division. I think that bringing Saraya in there can help. I'm not certain, but that's what I believe is A, the purpose, and B, her ability. But
with what? I mean, what is she really going to do?
I believe that her in-ring talent is
she's not wrestling,
something that she can coach people on, and that she can potentially even involve herself in stories and help in that sort of way.
Maybe she's taking over for Kenny.
No, you know what she's gonna help with? She can show the girls in the back how to suck big black dick. But anyway.
Yeah.
Can I just say how much I hated the whole? Hey, I was bad.
Married to a white guy now?
I was badly booked in WWE. Same promo as every ex WWE person in AEW. I'm tired of the promo.
Yep. At least they listen to my booking, whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're gonna be gone in a year and say this was dumb.
Like, you're gonna end up.
It's something different.
I do like her. It is kind of a thing to see her. She's the most recognizable WWE person as far as females that has crossed over so far, right? So there's that. But other than that, man, I don't know what she's going to do exactly. She wasn't exactly I don't know. She was pretty good in the ring. She can't really do much now. She's on the promo was weird tonight.
I thought her commentary was lax when she was on commentary during the title match. She just seemed at some points like, oh.
Yeah, she was like, oh. She kept making noises.
It seemed a little disconnected and so forth. So, yeah, I wouldn't agree.
Apparently, she's not cleared to wrestle, so what's the point of signing her?
Not yet. Well, because she might be a good coach.
She can't talk on the mic.
She might be a good coach. I honestly believe.
I heard a rumor that she's bringing her brother in.
I'll come if you sign my brother.
Also, apparently, when Baker came in, there was tons of Jamie Hayter chants. Like, she's really getting over by doing nothing.
Yeah.
Putting her ass out there.
That was bad. I mean, they're chanting for Jamie Hayter when all this talking was going on. And I'm just sick of the whole locker room. And
they should just put the belt on her at this point. She's over with the crowd. She has great work.
I'll agree there. But, I mean, right now, obviously, Serena Deeb. Look, I like Toni Storm. I don't think that right now she should be holding that title. And I think that if anybody needs to be holding it, it's Serena Deeb. Because she is the technically most gifted of the women. I don't like the look. But the thing is, though, she still is the one that is the most capable.
Yep.
And if you can put her against Hayter, who is extremely capable, just as Anna Jay is, and I'd like Anna Jay eventually to get there. She also, quite nice to look at. But, if Hayter's right now getting hot by doing nothing, you got to set that up.
They should give Deeb the ROH women's belt.
There you go. Hey, there you go, Joe. That's not a bad thing. Don't laugh at that.
I'm going to sledgehammer myself.
Joe, they can have a wash dishes match. That's what women are good for.
Oh. Or the woman that loses has to make sandwiches for the roster for a month.
Pick cotton from a pole match, right?
Yeah, so you'd like that, AJ. Or maybe pick crack would be a little more appropriate for you nowadays, huh?
Hey, then everyone has fun.
I'm a working man, sir.
I know.
Oh, so Coke. So he's a working man. He prefers Coke, not crack.
All of the guys in my old sales job did Coke. It was fucking crazy.
Hey, if you can make those sales, I'll look the other way.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about the state of that division?
I'll tell your girlfriend real quick. Anyway.
Yes, the state of the division, please.
Ban the word division also from being said on TV.
Yeah. They all look like jabronis. Like, I barely knew half of the people who are out there.
Well, they treat themselves like jabronis when they talk about
Hold on.
division.
Let me ask a serious question, though. This is a reason why I do like AEW is because I don't know everyone. And I would like to get at least a little more background information. But regardless, is that something that sort of is a turnoff for you? That you don't know these people and therefore you're not interested in it?
No, I don't care about that, but I would want them to be featured on like Rampage or Dynamite. Like they have the TV time to showcase the women more than one match. They should do it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're not getting anywhere right now. They need
and when I said I didn't know the women out there, I was being sarcastic. I knew it was Sky Blue, Willow, and Madison Rain.
Willow.
They're
Ember Moon.
Yeah, they're all good.
Judah's asses. That's all I see is ass.
You know what? They should bring back Jeff Hardy soon because he's served his time, and bring him back as Willow, and then he can come back and be like, "I've come in the Willow."
I love that character in TNA.
He admit he ran over 8 kids before he got there.
Funny you say Hardy because that's the next segment is that
Matt Hardy killing black men's careers.
Hardy it was a terrible promo. You're totally correct. This guy needs to come back with a broken gimmick, and certainly not deal with what is it? Was this
Private party?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I know what to do. I know how to get a couple of young, fun private party, a couple of guys over. Let's put him with this lame North Carolina guy. That will do it.
He's more lame when he's acting like Matt Hardy than he is when he's broken. When he's broken, he's magical. He can do everything. I mean, and there's nothing that he can't fucking do. I mean,
I know one thing he can't do. He can't keep his brother from driving drunk and hitting him.
Okay, well, he's not a god. Okay.
In my opinion, the broken ship has sailed. It's been done. It's failed. They'll never recapture that 2016 magic again.
You're probably right, and it's been proven the last 2 or 3 times that that's right. But I still want it.
It was done wrong. He can come back as Broken Hardy. I know it.
It's just not made for a big time company.
But his body's broken. That's why he can't do it. He just ain't got it no more.
I don't care. I'm getting in the car. I don't care. Shut up, Matt. Leave me alone. I don't care, man. Suck it.
That's why the broken gimmick worked so well and Impact, because it was a low budget thing. It didn't have so many people behind it and trying to control it.
Well, honestly, here's the thing. Almost everything they did in Impact worked with it. Towards the end, it wasn't as good when he joined with Jeff. It sort of started fizzling a little bit there. But then I thought it was pretty good for a second in WWE, only that the broken match was somewhat okay. But the best thing that they did in AEW was when he first showed up, that was a good showing up, but there was no crowd. And then the next thing was when Jericho was attacked by the drone in his backyard. That was one of the best. That's one of the funniest segments I've ever seen. But
Release the Hounds.
Yeah, Release the Hounds and the thing. That was really good. And Matt wasn't even in the thing, but it was. They need to bring it back and try to do it better and do it right, and don't give up on it. I thought they kind of gave up on it in AEW.
That gimmick is not broken up here where anybody sells, especially whoever it was that just sent in the chat.
You know what? It reminded me of when
Dylan Morgan. I'm talking to you.
When MySpace died, I was so mad. I saw how everybody was turning on MySpace and going to Facebook. I felt the same way about that. I saw everybody being like, "All right, the broken thing is so lame and stuff," and I was like, "What?" Everyone loved it. Now people are saying it's lame and stuff. What the fuck's going on? I still like it. And then it ended because they felt that buzz, and the pandemic was on. So the pandemic kind of killed it too, So I really do think one last shot at trying to make it work again, because I think it could work again. But it's no doubt that you're right. The last 3 times it's come back, it just wasn't quite.
You know why? He needs Jeremy Borash.
But you know what? I will take a D. Broken Matt Hardy over regular Matt Hardy.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, I would certainly do that as well.
Because it's just more interesting. Matt Hardy is about as entertaining as a fucking stool with fucking goddamn termites in it.
Maybe these dudes brother just get hammered and come to the show.
I collaborated with John Cena on his recent record-breaking Make-A-Wish.
Ooh.
What a wish. Must see.
Well, we're gonna have to go over to Botch Club on Instagram in a minute, because apparently they've collaborated with John Cena. I mean, they've got over 49,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow, that's
this is gonna be big.
Really, John Cena? They're just gonna make fun of him.
No, they really did. This little kid with AIDS. They basically. No, I'm sorry. But no, really.
With AIDS?
Yes. It's a terrible story. The mother I'll talk about it later. But no.
So, winner of the title was Tony Storm from the,
But who cares about the title? Because the division.
Shit bomb.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wrestling covers on Twitter, Tony Khan Bandito hug.
Wrestling covers on Twitter. Oh, the Bandito hug. Yes, we watched it a few minutes ago. The Bandito hug. It is very bizarre. But Bandito hugged him this time, Alex Oli, right? So it wasn't Tony that engaged in the hug first, right? Bandito wanted it. He was like, here we go.
Bandito picked him up and treated him like a baby.
Thank you for saving my family from the Pepperfields.
I just wanted to say, Tony, I've seen you on wannabegringos.com.
Tony Khan is fucking Muslim, dude.
Yeah, but wannabegringos.com.
So what's this?
Hey, they're the ones that started slavery anyways. What are you
Peppers
talking
are
about?
from the New World.
I think he's talking about
Hey, don't you know
Banditos.
Muslims started that bullshit slavery? Don't you know that?
The black people did that. They sold their own people.
No, the Muslims started it.
Oh, the Muslims did start. Yeah, the Aryan trade. Yeah.
Like every race on the planet has ever considered, I will enslave my opponents. No, it had to have started from one person and it was spread there. Come on, man.
Right.
All right, getting back to reality here. We had Ricky Starks versus Eli Isom. Never heard of that guy, and I guess I never will because this match was about 30 seconds long.
Racing? They didn't even introduce him.
That was an AEW Dark match.
That was it.
That was a match that belongs on like Dark or Elevation.
Right.
Yes. Well, actually, no. Then it would have been a lot longer. But this is more so just to highlight that Starks is now a hero and that he's, going in that direction. We're going to see more with him against Hobbs and so forth. So it's a build up. It's kind of unnecessary filling up that time, but the purpose was essentially just to build up Ricky. And that's it.
I got a question. What else can they do? They just did a lights out match. What else can they do with the feud? Like that was a feud ending match they had on Friday.
Truly blow up.
That's
the
a good
ring?
question. I'm not too sure.
I gotta say that Ricky Starks' entrance music makes me want to skin bunny rabbits and shove their fur in homeless people.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got to be skinned.
That's horrible.
I don't remember his music now.
What do you
Actually,
mean?
maybe
Rabbit's
it was good.
delicious.
Yeah, rabbit stew. You never had rabbit stew? It's like the deer of pheasants.
Yeah, I've ate bunnies before.
You've ate bunnies before?
Rabbits.
Really? Do you like them?
Just to finish off, guys, the last match obviously was the Jericho match. You got also Jericho talking the Ring of Jericho. So Ring of Honor, Ring of Jericho. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That was good, yep.
He was really, I think he did an amazing job with what he was, and I think this match actually lifted my my rating of the review a little bit more than it would have been without it. What he said with the promo and stuff, what he did, and just the technicality of the match and so forth, and also some great laughs. He said in his, this must have been a flub, his home country of Toronto.
Yeah.
And I fucking died because obviously there's that famous clip. It's like, go back to Toronto. He's like, I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether it sounds like a flub, but he went with it. You could hear slight hesitation, but regardless, is that even if it was on purpose, it was fucking gold.
It's like he's a heel, so he can kind of do that. It's funny.
Regardless, is that I enjoyed the fucking match, and it actually, it actually made me change the rating and improve it slightly because to me, it was a good finisher for the show and stuff, regardless of that it had an ROH title that you really hate. So.
Yeah, and I like it too. It's weird. It's a love-hate thing. It's like I kind of get it. And honestly, all the matches that they've had with the Ring of Honor belts have been pretty damn good. So it's hard to say like, well, that was a bad idea, So like, it's
that's what your problem is. You just don't want to see so many belts.
Yeah,
I'm tired of seeing the Ring of Hookers. I'm tired.
But you know what? This match was so kind of like chaotic in a way. And weird. Bandito's so in shape and wild, and he's so good. And Jericho is just great, but he's transitioning into more of almost like a Hulk Hogan style, because he's obviously getting older. But yet he's still pulling off moonsaults and crazy stuff like that. So he's trying to keep up with the younger guys. So it's very interesting, and I found it very entertaining, like you said. If that's what it was an entertaining thing to watch, and I really did appreciate it. So. I got to rewatch it again.
I like that they gave a reason for Bandito having the match. Like, he was the former world champion. Him and Gresham was supposed to have a unification match.
Right.
That I think never happened. So that's
the reason
why
he got awarded this match against Jericho, right? Because he is like one of the top contenders for that title.
Well, also Jericho's going to run through everybody.
Hmm?
Well, I like that Jericho's like, I'm going to run through everybody and all the former Ring of Honor. So like it's a good starting point.
And actually, I'm glad sorry.
AJ Adams, climb a tree and jump off it. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just going to say that I do love finally that they announced this, because I talked about it on your show the other day, is that the announcer said, this is, a Ring of Honor title and Jericho is showing no honor whatsoever to this. And that, I think, is just perfect, because you have a guy who is disrespecting that, and it only makes sense it's going to be taken off him, and obviously that's going to build it up and so forth. But that's what you want. You want this heel to be holding a title that's supposed to mean a lot through honor, and he's disrespecting the entire thing.
Yeah, he's like literally the polar opposite of what the whole thing means, so it's funny. Yes. It's perfect.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How is he going to
Also, did you guys notice Bryan Danielson's back tonight? Those 2 huge bruises?
No.
I think they were bruises, right?
I don't know what. So. I didn't know what it was about.
Looked like huge welts.
I think he got a massage or something.
Oh wait, no, he had that. Did he have cup therapy?
Yeah,
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, he might have had cup therapy, because they look like big round sores.
Purple circles.
It's cup therapy.
And, I mean, imagine getting a hit to the back in one of those spots if you got that.
Right.
I mean,
wait a minute. How is CM Punk going? How is Chris Jericho going to face every world champion if CM Punk is no longer there?
Well, here's the thing.
He's talking about ROH.
What if CM Punk does come back to face Jericho?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
They got Lethal. They got
everyone who's still around is what he meant.
Yeah, they can bring in Lethal. They can bring in who's the midget guy? Gresham.
Yeah.
Black
Gresham's still mad though.
He's actually impressed me when I saw him in that Ric Flair last match day.
So what about Fish? Fish wants to go off and be like, I'm leaving and such. And then where does he end up? And
where's Scorpio Sky?
In Impact.
Oh, is that where Bobby Fish is? He went to Impact?
Yeah, he left, and he's like, I'm so great, blah, 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 and I'm standing up for people, because apparently he was involved in this whole, the backstage kerfuffle.
I'll be right back.
And, I'm fighting against the power and stuff. What does he do? Ends up at Impact. So
yeah,
a lot of people are calling him out for that shit, so.
I'm sure this is how the conversation went. Triple H is like, hey, you, Kyle and Adam, are you guys coming back? And he's like, no, it's just me. It did. Triple H hangs up the phone. Like, no one wants Bobby Fish. He's not that good on his own.
What's the chance he takes his own life in the next year?
Probably pretty high.
Ouch.
With a face like that, I would have took my life a long time ago. But anyway.
Damn. Someone's a little dark, and not just for their skin tone.
Oh, that's fucked up. I'm a dark person, literally.
Philosophically, and by pigmentation.
Maybe the darkest person on the planet.
You're blacker than black, y'all.
No, I'm not talking that dark. I'm talking about my sense of humor.
Oh, okay. So you like the dark humor. I like that.
Yeah, very dark humor. Oh my god. What?
All right. So
Joe, did he take a Coke sniffing break? What happened?
Yeah, it's up to us to be
no idea.
entertained.
I was waiting for someone else to say something.
Sniffing.
Yeah, it's up to us to be entertained for a few minutes.
Okay.
Well, then say what you got.
So how come they didn't bring out the entire woman's locker room when they said
half of them are in Florida?
All that made it out of Florida alive.
Why are they all in Florida? Are they trafficking or what are they doing down there?
No, it's the hurricane, dude. There's dead people in the water.
But what are they doing down there?
I feel like Florida is the capital of wrestling. Like you got the Performance Center and AEW is located there. Everyone lives there.
Oh yeah, the Performance Center down there.
Miami Beach to work out, strut their stuff. and such.
Do we know if the performance letter got flooded?
Hopefully not, because they got to do TV next week.
Did Hornswoggle make it out alive? Or did he drown?
I mean, I think he could swim.
Yeah, but the water's like 6 feet over his head. It's, kind of difficult.
I can still swim in a 12-foot pool.
I don't understand. Do handicapped people can I swim? Well, not you, but the other ones.
But I mean, like, they're certainly not going to be able to fight waves off like a normal person would. I mean,
Like Mikhail, is he like? Oh, it's too late. He's drowned.
Maybe he get lucky and the wave will just go over him.
Everything I get is film. You stupid fuck.
I'm about to say something really unpopular right now, but this week I enjoyed Raw more than Dynamite.
Sir, turn your mic off and go to sleep.
Some people like Raw. And some
I'm
people like.
just playing. I'm just playing.
I've legit been enjoying it much more over these past few weeks. Like at first, it didn't feel different at all, but now I'm starting to enjoy the storytelling. Plus, the matches are finally getting time and make sense.
It's the same people over and over, and over and over and over and over.
But unlike Vince, when Vince was booking, it's not the same matches.
Mm-hmm. You know, like 80% of the roster is over 30. Y'all know that? The WWE roster, like 80% of them's over 30.
What does age matter in wrestling anymore?
Well,
I mean, you got Ric Flair wrestling still.
well, look how many people you think are any good that they got. Maybe 3, 4.
Are we talking WWE or AEW?
Yeah, WWE.
WWE Stone Cold.
Like 6?
Steve Austin is here.
Sorry.
I think their roster is pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was 80% over 30.
I can name 5 people I think are good from WWE. AJ Styles, Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins.
Age doesn't matter.
Okay, let me tell you this. In 5 years, who's the top guy?
Age doesn't matter. Yeah, tell it to R. Kelly.
Yeah, in 5 years, I still won't be able to talk English proper there, AJ.
What?
You mumble rapper, you.
Would you say Canadian bacon?
I love Canadian bacon.
That's your new name, Canadian bacon.
Dave
bacon.
is Aztec in blood, and he'll cut your heart out and eat it in front of people.
Well, I'm Nigerian. I got a spear for his ass.
You ask who's going to be the top guy in 5 years. It's probably going to be someone like Austin Theory or a random indie guy.
They're in trouble. They're in trouble then. If that's true, they're really in trouble then.
I bet you it's the Undertaker 2 when they bring a new Undertaker back, like Doctor Who. Yeah.
By that time, Joe will be on Nassau and Raw, but it'll be like 5,000 people watching.
Also, I was also thinking, since we're being told that Malachi Black isn't leaving, but he might. If he does leave, just like WWF did with fake Diesel and fake Razor, let's have a fake Malachi Black. How about that?
Yep, the House of Black is relaunched with different people.
And make sure he looks very different. So
right, he'll be called Maniac Black. Ladies and gentlemen, scissor me in the chat. Let me see those scissors. I'm back. My wife had to show me something funny my daughter did. And the Acclaimed is here. Then we're going to wrap it up in a minute.
Scissor me ass ball.
Legendary clip.
The broken gimmick needs to come back as a mental breakdown crazy comedy thing, not a magic gimmick.
I agree. Less magic and more crazy, but I mean they can have it as long as it's only in the in the deletions, I guess, for the most part. But yeah,
Luke Rojas, you shut the fuck up.
Ooh, A.J. Adams going after Luke Rojas. Not the last time a black man hated on a fat beaner.
No, he loves the WWE so much he got him shut up his ass.
Chat party.
Oh, Allison Tuckwa.
Because of the hurricane, something with the weather, I thought the wrestlers had an option to come or not.
Well, they're in Philadelphia tonight, so if they had a home in Florida or family in Florida and they needed to attend to that, they were not. They didn't have to be there. Yes, but they were in Philly tonight, so.
There was a lot of matches though that filled tonight. Like, I mean, it was a filled show.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was filled
regardless of what you think of the card, is that there certainly wasn't like, well, this guy wasn't able to show up because he's fighting the hurricane, so let's just do an impromptu, whatever. It's they were able to fill the show, and it seemed like this hurricane didn't even affect them.
Has Wardlow been marked safe in Florida yet? I mean, do we even know this? Somebody find Wardlow. Make sure he's okay.
Hey,
Serious.
Joe, do you think the performance center flooded?
No, because they're in. Aren't they in Orlando?
Yeah, I
That
think
is
so.
Joe, Florida.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not that. It's not in the
They'd be
direct
getting
eye.
rain.
But isn't
Be
it?
getting,
Wait,
like,
isn't
rain and wind?
Maybe you're right. I don't remember where it is. Isn't it? I thought it was more north or. It did hit Central Florida. I mean, it's not. I forget my geography of Florida. I don't know why.
No, I got a bad feeling AEW is going to end up at the Performance Center.
What does that mean?
The way they're
You don't
going
even
now,
know. You just said that. You don't know what the fuck you just said. You're like, I got a bad. The fuck you saying?
I can picture
No, I'm
it
talking
now,
about-
Joe.
talking about the way they're going.
I got a bad feeling that Danny MT is going to end up at the rehabilitation center. You ever think of that?
Well, he might have to go get checked for AIDS for that
I'm just
girlfriend of
kidding.
his.
What
but
up,
anyway.
Danny? Where you been, man? You sent me a message, but I haven't seen you in a while.
He's been battling gonorrhea. He's been battling gonorrhea. But anyway.
Ooh. Well, my dog's been battling Giardia.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Dog dies. Other one gets Giardia. This dog's a midget too, man. It's a tiny little thing. It's a real small dog.
Luke Rojas, after you quit picking beans, come on.
Anyway,
Why does he sound like that?
Why does your connection sound like Florida's fucking cable right now? What the hell was that?
I have no.
All right. Oh my God, dude, you sound like
he electrocuted himself.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, you sound like a circuit breaker.
I just stuck a fork into an electrical socket.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. All right, listen, we're out of here. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 tonight. It was a hard decision. I didn't know what to give this show, a 5 or 6 or whatever. I'll give it a 6. I think everybody's in agreement. Anybody have any closing things?
I'll give it a 5.
6.7 for
like
Dave. A 5 from AJ Adams.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
as well.
And everybody else in the chat, drop what you thought about it. Whoa, 5 from who? Who gave it a 5?
Me.
Dan Kennedy giving it a 5. In the chat, leave your rating. Let us know what you thought of AEW. And Garguts arrives right as we end, but it's good to see him.
Man, I was making chicken.
Blacks, he hates the acclaimed, and he hates Keith Lee.
I was running home to try to make the show, and now fuck.
I was fucking making fried chicken.
Just coming
in
into
honor of Coolio.
Tune into my show. I'm going live now.
You're right.
In honor of Coolio, I was making fried chicken.
Nope, you got to be here for 30 minutes to get the plug.
Shut the fuck up.
Garguts are actually Mexican with brains. Thank you.
Hey, Garguts, if I ever warn you about evil people and doxers, will you not believe me and then shit on me in front of your audience and then 2 years later change your mind? Let me know.
Joe. Yeah, I would.
Oh, God. Joe, you're rubbing it in.
Oh, yeah, I'm rubbing it all day. I got all the clips.
Put salt on it and vinegar and alcohol. And,
I've never
and
felt
piss.
for any of that
Hashtag
shit.
Joe was right. Joe was right again. Thank you very much.
While you added Joe, put lava on top of it.
All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, man. I'll have a good time. Hope everybody's safe. Well, you guys are. You're not in Florida, but everybody in Florida, man, if you're listening, hope you're okay, however you're listening.
Yeah. Praise to Allah.
All right. Relax, JJ. All right, we'll be out of here. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Dave. and AJ Adams, Kennegon, Mr. Dan Kennedy, and of course, who else was in here? Somebody else was in here earlier.
Back to the Pepperfields band, Negro.
I think it was
Todd.
Oh my God,
Todd.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm tired as fuck. You can tell I'm tired as
Was
fuck.
it Todd? Was it?
Todd, yes. His name is not Todd. I think it's Jamal, but whatever. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Jamal.
Oh my God, bro. All right, bro. You guys are all the best, man. I had a blast. Click that like button down below. Leave me a like. Leave me a comment. Please think about becoming a patron if you want to support the show. Soundwave92 was the top dono tonight at $29. He was the one that made the sex difference. I appreciate it, man, for being here. I really do. Thank you guys for being with me. I've been up since 5 a.m., a lot of jobs and this and blah. I'm really tired. It's all coming crashing down on me now. Rest in peace to Coolio. I cannot believe that we lost fucking Coolio, man. This is fucked. He seemed like he was really humble in his later years than in the beginning of his career. Like back in the day when he was like, Weird Al did my song and I'm mad about it, that sort of thing. He really dropped a lot of his ego, and that's a beautiful thing, man, when you do that. And so it's too bad. We love Coolio. So much appreciated, man. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. I had a lot of fun. Beaner, it sounded like I said. And much appreciated. We had a great time. I had a good time. I don't know what the fuck happened with some of you guys. I got so many emails and messages about weird shit that I don't really understand but whatever. But I just do my show and everybody else can go fuck themselves. That's about it. I had a blast. Hope you had a blast. And I'll see you tomorrow. Rest in peace, Coolio. Rest in peace, Coolio.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I never crossed a man even deserve it. Like a punk, that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate to trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees day and night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most our life living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in the cracker's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the streets, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. I got my tan in my hand and the gleam in my eye. I'm a low-down gangster set to be made, and my homies agree I really like a cop. Death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life to a die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most our life living in the gangster's paradise. Spending most our life living in gangster's paradise. Keep spending most our life living in the gangster's paradise. Keep spending most our life living in
everybody's running, but half of them ain't know what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I gotta learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. Been spending most our life living in gangster paradise. We've been spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. We keep spending most our lives living in gangster's paradise. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Yo, rest in peace, Coolio. Good night, everybody. Fucking Coolio.